At the beginning of every year, the analyst community picks its favorite names for the next 12 months. And you know what? Over and over and over again, when I see these 2019 forecasts for the software sector, there's one name that seems to be on just about everybody's list, and it's Salesforce. Yep, firm after firm has either upgraded Salesforce or called it a top software pick for the year or one of their best ideas in the whole market. Makes sense to me. This company is the king of cloud-based enterprise software, and their last quarter reported in November was excellent. But because of the meltdown in the high-flying cloud stocks last quarter, Salesforce is still down about $14 from its highs. I bet it's got more upside here, and it's a big position for my charitable trust, but don't take it from me. Let's check in with Keith Block, the relatively new co-CEO of Salesforce, to get a better sense of where his company's headed and what's going on. Mr. Block, welcome to Mad Money.
Thanks, Jim. Great to be here.
All right, Keith, it's about 5 months, but first time that you've been on the show.
That's right.
What have you learned now that you're co-CEO with Mark Benioff? And just tell me how it's going.
Everything is going great. You know, Mark and I have known each other actually for a very, very long time. We've been working really closely for the last 5 or 6 years. Okay. And this is just a natural extension of what we've been doing for the last 5 or 6 years. So it's a great time to be at Salesforce. It's a great time in the industry, and I couldn't be happier with the way things are going right now.
With the exception of Oracle and SAP, there aren't a lot of co-CEOs. They happen to be competitors. Do you have a different division of labor from Mark?
No, this is largely an extension of what we've been doing.
Okay.
And Mark is focusing on things that are super important to him, like the strategy of the company and the product and the culture. And I'm really focused on the day-to-day operations of the company and where the company is going in terms of customer success and innovation. And it seems to be a great winning formula for us.
Well, let's talk about that, because one of the things that you said in a recent speech, where you said, oh, everyone's worried about how the market's up and down. We mentioned your stock's down. Digital transformation supersedes market cyclicality, that we should be thinking about the secular long-term growth of Salesforce and not these up and down swings.
Well, look, we're playing for the long game here. Yep. So, you know, we're going to be celebrating our 20th birthday, our anniversary coming up in just a month. And when we think about what's happened over the last 20 years, we've seen, you know, revolutionary changes in technology. And we're in this fourth industrial revolution. And in that fourth industrial revolution, we have companies going through business model changes and digital transformations. And the role of the CEO is different than it used to be. And this is where companies love to work with Salesforce, because we represent the future. We're all about the future. We're about creating and innovating and co-creating around customer engagement. And this is a long game. This fourth industrial revolution, we're just at the dawn of this era. So this will be happening for a long time.
And you've also been saying that you've got a market dynamic, and I'm quoting you, that suggests that if you don't transform, you're going to lose employees, customers, markets. It's all three, right?
It's all linked together. Okay, we live in a world with these technologies where it is disrupt or be disrupted. And if the CEO of a company is not the chief transformation officer, they need to come up with a strategy. They need to make a move. They need to embrace these technologies. And no industry is really immune from this level of disruption.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of the things that I think is interesting is in the same talk that I've been reading, and also you have a bunch of new announcements today, but you'll be talking about how Unilever, huge consumer packaged goods company, needs you in the same sense of Bank of America needing you.
Right.
And these are handshake deals. This isn't like you come in and parachute in. These are long-term relationships. How could a bank need Salesforce and a consumer product company need Salesforce?
Well, at the end of the day, everything begins and starts and ends, everything, with the customer. It's all about the 360-degree view of the customer. That has been the holy grail since I've been in the industry, providing the insights, providing the level of engagement, the technology around how customers can have a greater experience. And that's why Bank of America, great company, great CEO, Brian's awesome.
It does it.
You know, how they're reinventing their business. That's how Paul Pullman, you know, formerly the CEO, has been thinking about a future vision for Unilever. You know, revolutionary guy, thinks differently. Both of these companies bring a beginner's mind, and Salesforce is all about the beginner's mind as it relates to the customer.
Well, how does it work? You have a great relationship with Amazon, but the third largest retailer in the world is Cramer, which you just started getting a very good relationship with. Are they upset that you work with Amazon and now you're working with us? Cramer, we're so afraid of Amazon. How do you work the dynamic?
You know, we live in a world where everybody uses multiple technologies, and you know, a lot of people like to make the best fit and the best decisions for their particular technology. We have a nice relationship with Cramer. They use our marketing cloud, and it's all about insights and bringing opportunities and experiences for the consumer. And, you know, they look at Amazon in a different light, or they'll look at Microsoft in a different light. But we're really very laser-focused on engagement.
All right. Now, I want to get to another one, but my wife told me I have to ask this because she's the biggest user of a thing called Net-a-Porter. I always see the boxes when they come in. But what I like is they have 270 data streams, and somehow they put it all together under with your help.
Well, the way this works is that we establish partnerships with all these different companies. Okay. And at the end of the day, whether it's Net-a-Porter or any other company, what we're trying to do is build these partnerships, like our relationship that we have with Apple most recently, to provide the best customer experience that we possibly can.
How's that working with Apple? Because, they did announce a shortfall, but it wasn't in the enterprise, which I think is where you helped them with.
Well, look, the important thing for us with Apple is, they're leading provider, great innovative company, really a marriage of two of the world's most innovative companies, coming together to merge our technologies to provide a better customer experience, a better mobile experience for the end consumer. And so we view Apple as a great relationship. We have other strategic relationships as well. But, look, Apple's going to be here for a long time. Tim Cook is just on your show recently, amazing CEO, great vision for the company. We're both in this for the long game. And it all goes back to, it's about the customer.
All right, let's talk about the customer, because one of the things that Mark Benioff was on the last time, co-CEO, he was saying, look, we put the customer first. And the most important issue is trust, truth. He said not everybody puts the customer first. And he was actually very adamant that Facebook did not. You have been talking about, there was a conversation you had once where you said that someone started talking to you and some of the other people about the issues that you think, like the LGBTQ in Indiana, in other words, where you care about people, and obviously your company's voted year after year as being the best place to work, that you must be getting people who would work at a Facebook who would say that was the #1 place to work, that really are drawn to your truth. Is that true?
Yeah, so Jim, we are a values-based company. Since the day the company was established, we were a values-based company, and we have 4 values. Our #1 value is trust, and then we have customer success and innovation and equality. Those are very, very important to our stakeholders. So the modern company is a stakeholder theory company. It's not just about Wall Street and earnings, which is obviously very, very important. We take our shareholders very seriously. But it's also about our customers. It's about our partners. It's about the community that we live in. And everything rotates around trust. We have a trust deficit. Some people call it a trust crisis in the world. And, if you have an employee wants to know that they have a leadership team that's listening to them, that they have a voice, and that they trust the decisions the leadership is making. They're responsible decisions that are consistent with the values of the company. Governments, we trust in our leaders, or we want to trust in our leaders that they're making great decisions for our citizens. Our customers, they're betting their business on us. They're disrupting their business models. They're reinventing themselves, leveraging our technology. They want to know that we have a trust-based relationship. So at the end of the day, it is all about trust, and that's why we're a very, very attractive place for employees to come to.
All right, Troy, I'd like to end on that because I think that's the most important thing that Mark's taught me, and now you're his co-CEO, and obviously it's completely imbued in your work, too. That's Keith Block. He's the co-CEO of Salesforce. Yes, just for my charitable trust, the stock has been backing since it was $8. Thanks, Keith.
Thanks, Jesse.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.